soy José Rodríguez, conocido aquí en Miami como Mr. Credit 305. Le quiero la bienvenida a otro podcast, Soñando con Mr. Credit 305, cuando tenemos invitados muy especiales que están haciendo cosas en la comunidad súper especiales. Obviamente queremos conocerlos a ellos, las empresas. Y hoy tengo una entrevista muy especial que ya lo considero como familia. Pero antes que comencemos, le quiero dar las gracias a nuestros patrocinadores, a Urgent Credit Solutions, por permitirme estar aquí, también a AM Capital Consultancy, a Mr. Credit 305 Business, y también, obviamente, la familia, el lugar donde estoy, bien precioso, a Keller Williams Central. Y hablando de Keller Williams Central, tengo aquí la famosa, la única que ya la han visto en estas redes, a Sarah. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for having me in this beautiful location, this office. I've been here a few times. We're just hearing Natasha Taylor speak to the team.
Yes. She's actually doing the Q2 stats review for the real estate market. Okay. So we're going over the national numbers and then what the local numbers look like. We're going over some history too. I think you always have to put things in the context of history.
Absolutely.
And then you can bring it forward.
So what's interesting, one of the things that I wanted to really invite you to my podcast is because not only about Keller Williams is a well-renowned, almost a name within the homes, right? Keller Williams, one of the most influential real estate companies in the nation, right? Doing amazing things. But they're just not a real estate company. They do so much for the community. We were having a conversation earlier about what do you guys do for your teammates? Now, Sarah, you're a team leader and also a coach, right?
Yes. So I'm a team leader and a productivity coach. And basically, what a team leader means, so if we were out in corporate America, the team leader, I would be the director of the office, right? So I would be the team
La jefa.
Something like that, la jefa, right? So that would be the equivalent. And then a productivity coach is really a performance coach. Yes. I specialize in working with brand new agents that are newly licensed and to get them into the business and to get them into production, get them into changing people's lives. And I also specialize in working with agents that are more advanced and just making small tweaks into their business to really help them get to where they want to go. So when someone asks me, well, what do you do? Well, I connect people to their dreams when they're ready.
I love it. Señores, nuestros seguidores que están escuchando, quiero anunciar que estamos aquí en las oficinas de Keller Williams Central. Keller Williams es una de las marcas más grandes en bienes raíces, bien reconocidas y con muchas influencias en el mundo de bienes raíces. Y aquí tenemos a Sarah. Sarah es como mencioné, una de las jefas, es un coach, es un líder, persona también muy influencia aquí en la oficina, que les quiero dar gracias por siempre permitirme y tratarme como familia. Y te felicito con tu equipo, Dakota, el broker, conocimos a Natasha. Entonces estoy bien impresionado de lo que ustedes hacen, por eso quise entrevistarte. Si no conocen a Keller Williams Central, por favor, tomen el tiempo a conocerlo. Si usted que se está graduando de la escuela de real estate, ¿verdad? O estás en el ambiente en bienes raíces, quieres buscar una nueva casa, ¿verdad? Quieres buscar un lugar donde te sientes cómodo, que te va a poner tanto, no solamente para tus clientes, pero para ti y tu familia. Keller Williams Central es un lugar donde deben considerar. Pero antes que hablemos de todas las cosas que conozco ya, queremos conocer a Sarah. Ya sabemos que you're a team leader. We know you're a coach. You're an awesome person. I love your vibes the moment I saw you.
Thank you.
The passion, that's the word, the passion that you have is immense. I mean, when you talk about you bleed Keller Williams, but you do it for the right reasons to make a difference in the community. Sarah, what's a little bit about your background and what brought you into Keller Williams Central?
Okay, well, my background is really interesting.
Okay.
I've been around the block a few times. Let's just put that out there, right? So I started out my career in finance, right? I went to Seton Hall University in South Orange, New Jersey. I was recruited in high school by my English teacher. I went in on some of the equal opportunity programs back then, basically scholarships, right? And academic scholarships. And, it was an opportunity because nobody in my family really knew how to help me get into college. It was just what I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. From college, then I moved on to Massachusetts and I started working for high-tech companies, Fortune 500 companies, and was given a lot of opportunities and a lot of grace. And so I worked for companies like Polycom, PictureTel, got into telecommunications early on, video conferencing, when it was, a $500,000 thing to do. Went on into sales, marketing, and operations in in market centers with a global company called Wipro.
Okay.
So in 2004, I decided I wanted to do something different. I wanted not to travel 20 days out of the month to tell people about video conferencing. So I decided to start investing in real estate, doing fix and flips. Back then, short sales was the thing. So I went to a seminar in Detroit for a whole week, learned how to do it, came back, and initially I didn't understand the impact that would have on people's lives, and as I got into it, and people typically have life events that happen, negative life events, and they get in trouble with their mortgage. And so I would meet people who, hey, I have cancer.
Right.
We've spent all my money on my medical treatments to help me get better, and the bank won't work with me. So I learned how to do short sales to help people keep their homes, or for them to sell their homes, because I lived in Georgia.
Mhm.
Georgia is a non-judicial foreclosure state, so you can be out in 6 months. It's not like it is here in Florida where you have to go before the courts.
Sure.
And so, I started to see that I'm impacting lives. There would be opportunities where, hey, I know how to do a loan modification. It's a conversation with the bank. I can get a loan modification, lower their payments so they could stay in their home. And people would be so appreciative of me that they're sending me their friends, anybody that is in need of my services, right? So there's a lot of things I did for free just because, like, oh, I know how to do it. Okay, great. And other things that I got paid on. So the buying someone's homes, negotiating the short sale, keeping someone out of foreclosure was how I would make my money. I would get the home at a reduced price from the bank, go ahead, fix it, sell it to someone else. And I didn't realize how many lives I was touching and changing. And I started to realize, wow, like I'm really helping people out of stressful situations. One of the clients that I did a short sale for, she had breast cancer. She had a 3-year-old daughter. And the 6 months that we had in between to negotiate with the banks, and she didn't have to make a mortgage payment, didn't have to worry about stuff. Like a year later, Leah said to me, Sarah, that saved my life. I was able to take that time and heal. Like I needed to go through chemo, I needed to heal. And today her 3-year-old daughter is 30 years old, still has her mom. It's amazing. So I learned from there that I could change people's lives for the better, right? I could really be a force for good. And so once, I did that until about 2014. And then, markets crashed, different things happened. I got an opportunity, came to me for a company called Wipro to become one of their operations managers in Atlanta and set up 1,000 people project for Best Buy in a call center.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, this sounds really interesting. And so I went ahead and I did that. Then in 2018, I moved to Florida. My mom lives here and she's a little elderly, so I wanted to be closer to her. And then I love real estate. I was like, you know what? I really want to stay in real estate. Well, if I'm going to invest here, let me find out what the rules are. So I went to real estate school, pre-licensing, got my license. And then I said, you know what? Let me find out what it's like to be a real estate agent here. I'd never thought about doing that before. And so I'm used to working with multinationals and Keller Williams. I've had a friend that was with Keller Williams and he was posting stuff on Facebook. And I was like, I called him and said, hey, how do we get an interview? And he set me up, and that's how I came to Keller Williams. And when I came to Keller Williams, their mission, vision, values, and perspective hit me. And they had up on the wall that their values are God, family, then business.
Love it.
And I said, wow, that really lines up with my internal compass. And I said, okay, great. This is the place and the technology that they offer, the training they offer. And I was like, well, okay, this is a great place for me. So that's how I came to Keller Williams.
And you've moved up the ranks.
Yes.
In fact, you just got a promotion, you can say, not too long ago, right?
Yes.
A few days ago. Tell me about
So June 1st,
Okay.
I became the team leader
Awesome.
for Keller Williams Central in Plantation. And basically what that means is I'm the chief cook and bottle washer, right? So my job here is really to help grow the market center, to help people grow and connect people to their dreams when they're ready. So when someone is ready to get their real estate license, they could go to Gold Coast or any school that's where you go to the school.
Sure.
Or at Keller Williams, we have what we call K-Score, Keller Williams School of Real Estate, where we have scholarships. And so if to lower the cost of entry or the barriers to entry, We offer these scholarships for people that want to go online or not. If not, we can also offer, they can get a discount if they go in person. So it's really a way to introduce people into an amazing career
Mm-hmm.
and just be able to connect them with their dreams,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the beautiful thing about Keller Williams is we teach people how to think, right? Leadership is about teaching people how to think. Andy Andrews wrote a book called The Traveler's Gift. And in The Traveler's Gift, there are 7 decisions for personal success. And the first one is the buck stops here. And that decision says, I am where I am today because of how I think. I am where I am today mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, because of how I think. Starting today, I'm going to create a new me. I'm going to change the way that I think,
Love.
right? And we change the way we think by the classes we take, the books we read, and the people we're around. And I have to say, I have been introduced to the most amazing people at Keller Williams. I have been introduced to books. I was introduced to that book, The Traveler's Gift, from one of my coaches.
I see a
at
few
Keller
of them
Williams.
here.
Yes, and and one of the
Yeah.
things about Keller Williams is we have systems and we have models, right? And that's what the books are all about, is systems and models. When you go to McDonald's, most of the people in McDonald's, they're 15, 16 years old, and they're running this multi-million-dollar business. Why? Well, they have systems and models. They've got a manual in the back.
Yeah,
Hey, this is how you
SOPs.
make the fries. This is how you do this. And we do the same thing. So first thing we do at Keller Williams is we have the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is a book written by Gary Keller.
Beautiful.
And it is the systems and the models for how to become a millionaire real estate agent. How can you become a real estate agent that earns $1 million in gross commission income? So it teaches you first, think $1 million, right? Because first
The
you
law of
gotta think
attraction.
it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then earn $1 million,
Yeah.
right? So you have to think it, then you have to earn it, then you save it, then you give it away, right? So how do you think about how big you have to think to be in a position to give away $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it starts with your mindset. How do you think? And everything that we do at Keller Williams is based on how do you think? And then it's positioned with our mission, vision, values, and perspectives, right? So those are the things that when you come to Keller Williams, you start to realize, wow. And one of my favorite things about Keller Williams is one of our nonprofits. It's called
Yes.
KW,
Tell me about
Keller
that.
Williams Kids Can.
You were telling me earlier. Yes.
So Keller Williams Kids Can is a nonprofit organization that we've created at Keller Williams, and it is specifically to bring up the next generation of leaders. Now, it is supported by our agents. So every time one of our agents earns $1 or earns $1,000, they go ahead and donate a little bit of that over to Keller Williams Kids Can. And what we make available to the kids is we make all sorts of programs available. Programs such as How to Manage Money 101, Quantum Leap, which is a world changer in mindset, and it is for young adults. And Keller Williams Kids Can focuses on kids 16 to 28 years old. And what happens when they come into Keller Williams come into Quantum Leap, they learn how to create their own mission, vision, values, and perspectives. They learn how to set goals.
That's amazing.
They're then partnered with a mastery coach for 3 months. Once they complete that, they can apply for the Fund My Life Scholarship, where they can win up to $10,000 to apply to whatever they want to do next in life. If it's go to school, they want to build a rocket ship, they want to start a business. So we go in line with, hey, Keller Williams is where entrepreneurs thrive. So with Keller Williams Kids Can, we take the next generation.
It's almost like a
and implement
mentorship,
it.
right?
It is a mentorship.
Yeah.
It is, absolutely.
That's something that's missing in this world. And one thing that I love about you, there's a lot of things I like about you, I love about you, it's that you want to make a difference in the community. Something you reminded me, and after you heard me say this to your team, is that realtors build communities. They change people's lives, and you were doing it for free for a while, right?
Absolutely.
Until you turned into obviously something that's making you money, but doing it for the right purpose in the right way. Something that I also have a common practice. I don't know if anyone told you this. I was fixing credit for free for a long time until I said, you know what, I'm pretty good at this. Let me try to turn this and help as many people as I can. Now, one of the things that I love about Keller Williams, especially your team, is the environment. You guys are taking care of your kids. You have a nonprofit. You have mentorship. You're building leaders, right?
Yeah, exactly. So one of the things that we work really hard at, and for me as a productivity coach, I see my job as building the next group of leaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm only building myself, then it's only good for me. But I should be building everybody else, right? Because if you're coming from a place where it's abundance, right? There's more than enough for everyone. Then let me help them get what they want, right? Let them learn, teach them how to think so that they can get what they want, when they want, and how they want it, right? And that's exactly it. You have a leader actually builds leaders. So John Maxwell, in his book, The 5 Levels of Leadership, right? He says when you're a pinnacle leader, you are building other leaders. That's how you move. That's how you get to be a level 5 leader. You build other leaders. So it's not about, keeping everyone in one position. It's how do I help you grow bigger? How do I help you get what you want? Where do you want to go? Right? Let me help you come inside and think. And then let me help you get on a path. Let me connect you to resources. I always tell people I'm the plug. I connect people to resources.
And you literally do training every week, because we're here a lot. And when you even have, she puts things together that I'm so blown away, folks. And I want you to take a moment that you have the CEO, you have the managing partner of level 5 teaching secrets, and you're putting this together for your team. That's care. And that's when you mentioned that you want them to think, to be thinkers. It's not just about let's get your license and start selling, or let me get you some leads. No, you're giving them a direction of travel, and with the support. And one of the things that I noticed that people can't focus on when they have stressors at home, you give that solution. There's a short story you told me a couple of days ago about what happened in the hurricane. Can you please share that with my
Oh,
followers?
absolutely. So one of the other things that we have here at Keller Williams is we have another nonprofit. It's called KW Cares. KW Cares is a nonprofit organization that is specifically funded by the real estate agents in order to take care of the real estate agents when something catastrophic happens, whether it's something medical, a death in the family, a hurricane, right? We live in Florida and we have hurricanes. And last year, Hurricane Ian hit the west coast of Florida. And we have 900 Keller Williams agents between Fort Myers and Marco Island. And so, we herded around them. And Keller Williams, KW Cares, is a huge nonprofit organization. So we had tractor trailers, people waiting. The bridge on Sanibel Island was washed out, so you couldn't get there. As soon as the authorities said that we could move in, we moved in. The tractor trailers, people rented U-Hauls. And basically what we did was we went in, the cavalry was there to rescue our agents, to rescue their families, to make sure everybody had all of their needs met, to go ahead and do the demolition on the homes. When there is when you have a problem at home and there's damage, the insurance company will not pay you until you demo all of the damage. So in other words, if the floors have to be torn out, they need to be torn out. So what we did at Keller Williams is through KW Cares, we were able to donate several $1 million in order to get that done for our agents and their immediate family, so that when the insurance adjusters came, they were able to give them the check to go ahead and rebuild their homes. So, when you partner with us, you're partnering with people who are there for the good times, and we're there for the bad times. And that's just part of who we are, and I love the name of our nonprofit, KW Cares, because that's what it's all about. It's about caring. And one of the other things we do through KW Cares is once a year, the third Thursday of every year, every Keller Williams office around the world shuts down. Whole world, right? We put on our red shirts. They say RED, Red Day.
Okay.
It stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. And it's about serving the communities where we live. So we shut down, we partner with nonprofits, and we go serve that day, everybody around the world. So when I say that caring runs deep within Keller Williams, caring runs deep. And so when you partner with us, and of course, if that's the heart of the organization, guess what? That's the heart of the people that we're going to be attracting.
Those are true core values.
Yes.
That's extreme. And everywhere you go into this office, I feel like I'm inside a motivational. Everything is motivational. It's family oriented. It's about empowering. This is something that just always brings up to the mind. Empowering you, the broker, the realtor, and also your family. Help you reach wealth. Okay, it's okay to make money. It's what you do every day, right?
Yeah.
It makes a difference. And obviously, I'm sure there's people who are going to be jumping out of the seats like, how do I get there? I want to get to know some more. Because there's a lot of brokerages, but there's only one Keller Williams, and this is Keller Williams Central.
Yes.
How do they contact you? Is there a point of contact?
So,
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of few people wanting to
So
connect
I
with
could
you.
be their point of contact.
Okay.
You could find me on Instagram, sarah.lake.acosta, If you want to find me as a realtor, sarah.lake.acosta.realtor, or you can just simply send me a text message, a DM. You can reach me at 678-598-0743. I'm more than happy to answer your questions, and I'm more than happy also to share with you the different events that we do, the training events.
Yes.
Because we do some events that are customer facing.
Sure.
Once a month, we do 2 home buyer seminars the last Saturday of every month. One is done 10 to 12. The other one is 2 to 4. And actually, I do those through our Social Equity Task Force. I'm the regional ambassador for our Social Equity Task Force in South Florida.
What more?
I know, right? And that's a community service.
This blows my mind. This is amazing.
Congratulations. We want the community to learn about home ownership. How do you do it? Right? This is education. This is a service to the community. We want people to learn how to build wealth through real estate. There are a lot of conversations that we don't have in our communities, not because we don't want to, right? But because our parents didn't know. My parents came from Dominican Republic, and most of our parents lived in survival mode. When you first come to a country, it's survival mode, right? And there's so many things you don't know because you just don't know. But fortunately, as we grow up, we get to learn. And so I figure, hey, we know this. Let's share this, right? Let's help the next generation. Let's help our people learn, hey, you can become a homeowner. I've seen cases where someone can save $12,000, qualify with an FHA loan, partner with something like the Hometown Heroes, and become a homeowner and stop renting. So if you're interested in a career in real estate, if you're currently a real estate agent and you want to find a broker where you're going to be supported, you're going to be loved, you're going to be poured into, reach out to me. If you are interested in learning how to buy a home, learning how to become an investor, learning how to sell homes, reach out to me. I will definitely be able to plug you in, with all of your real estate goals. Or if you just want to have some conversations, let me know. I'm here to serve. My purpose is to serve. I'm here to meet people in their place of need and to serve the needs of the people.
And folks, she's not saying it. I'm telling you, she walks the walk. It is absolutely the truth, okay? So you want to buy a home, if you want to get a great career, okay? If you want to motivate your children, you want to say, hey, you know what? I want them to follow my path. The real estate market is a fantastic career. It's not going to go anywhere. There's always going to be a buyer. There's always going to be a seller, no matter what the economy. And now we're in sexy South Florida. Trust me, this is a great place to be in the real estate market.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize about the real estate market in South Florida is that it's a little different than the rest of the country, because here in South Florida, on the east, we have the ocean. On the west, we have the Everglades. And there's just a limited amount of land that we have. So even though the rest of the country may be experiencing a slowdown in the market, we're not.
Right.
And then there are also several different markets here. You have the condominium market, you have the single family home market, you have a huge luxury market here. So it's really an interesting market to get to know. And even if you're at a point where, I'm thinking of buying a home, or I've bought a home in the past, but I never understood the real estate contract. The real estate contract is 12 pages long. We actually do a boot camp once a month where we go over every single line of that real estate contract, the Florida as is real estate contract. So if that's even something that you want to know, I've sent buyers with our agents to that class so that they can learn every single line.
Wow.
It is so important to be educated.
Absolutely.
It is so important to have knowledge about what you plan on doing so that no one can ever confuse you, no one can ever trick you, and you know exactly what's going on throughout the whole entire process.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that we're really keen on here at Keller Williams, is we want our agents to be really well educated. One of the things that I see out in the market is I'll see realtors who are not well trained, and then somebody has a bad experience with them. And of course, they're going to color us all with that same crayon. So I really encourage realtors, regardless of which broker they're with, you can come to our classes.
Sure.
They're available to everyone because we want to elevate everyone. We want everyone to come up to a certain standard for the industry. And that's it. It's power, right? If we're empowered, we feel confident. There's nothing worse than being in a situation where you can't answer the client's question and your client becomes uncomfortable with you.
Sure.
So we want to make sure that, hey, that we can empower you. Like what's going on behind us is our operating principal, Natasha Tello. She's also the CEO of Level 5 Leaders, right?
Great person.
And she's actually going through the quarterly stats review and went through the national history on mortgages, on interest rates, on the economy, and now she's going really deep in to show real estate agents how to have these conversations with our clients, right? So that is so empowering. We should have 300 people in our office today, not just from Keller Williams. This should be every single real estate agent should be attending this type of class once a quarter so that you are confident about what's happening in the market and you can translate that and have those conversations with your clients so that they can be confident about the market also. Because we want you to be confident and we want your clients to be confident also.
If you want to walk with a pep in your step, you need to walk yourself to here, to Keller Williams Central, and have a conversation with Sarah. I want to congratulate you, Sarah, for all your accomplishments. I've told you this in private, I want to tell you in public. I also want to thank you for caring. I want to thank you for the leadership. I want to thank you for caring for your people. I wish there were many more Sarahs like you. And I also want to thank you for what you do for the community. Okay.
Thank you.
I know there's many people that owe a big thank you, and you did an amazing job. As a person, you're a great human being. And that's what I wanted the world to know. I also want to congratulate Keller Williams for having such a strong leader like you to make that decision to welcome you and empower you and move up over their ranks. Keller Williams is a fantastic organization. I got to know so much of your teammates. Just a great home feeling, but they care. So we're going to put Sarah's information down the bottom so you can get a hold of her. Or if you want to get a hold of me, I'll make sure to get in contact with Sarah. Sarah, thank you for your time. You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, it always does. And you know what, Jose, I want to say thank you to you. You are an absolute amazing human being.
Thank you.
And I've said this to you before, and I'm going to say it in public. I actually watched Jose for 1.5 years. I watched how he moves. I watched how you service clients. I read the reviews. I actually reached out to a bunch of your clients too. And everyone had so many wonderful things to say about you.
Great.
And I said, okay, now let me reach out to Jose. Let's partner with him, right? And our agents are just so impressed. Our clients are so impressed. So thank you for being a man of integrity, doing what you say you're going to do, being the amazing human being and having the heart that you have. And I've just really enjoyed getting to know you, developing a partnership, and really just embracing you as family.
Thank you.
So I really want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for having me today. And I do want to put in a shameless plug.
Okay.
So on August 8th, we're going
to
be having a mega agent leadership panel. And it's going to be at Mastro's in South Florida. We'll put the links in for you to register here. This is specifically for licensed real estate agents. And we are going to have mega agents. And mega agent is someone who produces at least $10 million in revenue. And what they're going to share with you is what are they doing in this economy in order to continue to grow their business. So by all means, reach out to me, reach out to Mr. Credit 305, and go ahead and register and join us. And we look forward to seeing you. And I'm here to answer any questions that you guys may have. And I just really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And if you're a buyer and you know what, I want to talk to Sarah to help me buy that dream home for my family. I've been here for a while and I sweated the hard sweat. And you feel yourself a little bit with credit challenges, don't worry. We're here to help you. We're here to position you. We'll fix any damages on your credit so we can position you. And Sarah and her team are going to be able to sell you the dream that you want so much. It's not an American dream. It's a human dream. We just make it reality here. I want to say thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey, to be your client's journey. And I'm sure there's going to be a few people giving you a call.
Oh, yes. I look forward to it.
Thank you so much, guys. Or folks are listening, thank you so much. Gracias por estar otra vez en este podcast mío, Soñando con Mr. Credit 305, Dreaming with Mr. Credit 305. Keep on dreaming. Everything starts with a dream. Your dreams will become a reality. I want to say thank you again to Unsupervised for allowing me to be here, one of our sponsors, Urgent Credit Solutions, AM Capital, and Mr. Credit 305 Business for positioning me and be able to help so many people and get to know fabulous Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The same channel, same time, keep on dreaming with Mr. Credit 305.